Standards and tolerances. That's what we're going to talk about today. When it comes to your vision, I want you to consider this. What are your standards and what are your tolerances? What habits are you implementing on a daily basis, maybe a weekly basis, that's going to support your overall eye health and your overall health in general? So generally we have two types of habits or standards, practices. Those that serve us and those that aren't so useful and don't serve us too well. So I want you to consider this. Consider even making a list, taking a few minutes and making a list of the factors or the practices or habits that reflect your standards of eye care, of healthy eyes and vision care. So what that may look like is you're going to make a list, and the first category that you're going to write is positive habits or standards that you have for your eye health. And that could be things like taking supplements, that could be like getting regular acupuncture, doing your eye exercises, using your alternating current stimulation at home, red light therapy, meditating, sleeping well, staying hydrated. Just audit what is your practices, and that is going to reflect your standards. Maybe you're not really doing anything currently. Okay, then we can look at the possibility of certain standards, habits, things that you do that are maybe not so supportive, right? Healthy vision, support your goal to recover and preserve vision. So maybe you're drinking too much, you're staying up too late. Again, you're not really doing anything, you're not engaged, you're kind of doom and gloom. Maybe you're in some of these Facebook groups that are all doom and gloom, that there's nothing that can be done to save you. Maybe you're listening to the wrong people. Maybe you've buried your head in the sand. Again, maybe you're on the opposite side of that spectrum and you're hyper anxious about it, or worried, or just really stressed out about this, and this is overwhelming. So what are you tolerating? Are you tolerating this level of negativity and the stress coming from within, and who you're listening to, right? Who's giving you information, maybe negative information, who's stressing you out even more, right? Maybe your eye doctor, maybe family, maybe friends, maybe things you're reading. So again, let's take a look first at the standards that you currently have when it comes to your eye health. Things that you're doing that are positively proactive, and maybe some bad habits that need a little tweaking. Beside that, we want to consider what can we do, right? If the goal is to improve and recover and preserve vision, then what can you do? We want to start with that question. What can you do, and what are you willing to do to raise your standards? Right? People generally who tolerate a lot have pretty low standards, right? Makes sense. And if you tolerate less, you generally have higher standards. So the idea here is to increase your standards for your eye health, if that's something you want to do. And if that is something that you're looking to do to get started with increasing your standards, I invite you to consider joining our 30-day challenge, which is starting July 1st. We have a link to that group that I'm going to post right down here. It's free. It's a 30-day sprint Vision Accelerator challenge. And feel free to invite anybody who you think might be interested in learning more about eye health, or maybe you or a family member, somebody else might be interested in learning about this. So, or maybe you are in a drift. Maybe you got off track and you haven't used to take care of your vision and your standards dropped, right? You're tolerating less of yourself, so to speak, right? You haven't been doing what you want to do. So this is a good opportunity to kind of re-up and get back in the game, get back on track with your commitment to vision recovery and vision preservation. So click the link below if you're interested in joining our free 30-day challenge to get back in, or to join us for this amazing 30-day challenge starting July 1st, and we'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.